It is with great honor that I welcome you to the 2020 Graduate Nurse Pinning Ceremony for the presentation of graduate nurse pins. Tonight's ceremony is a tradition within our profession and symbolizes the formal acceptance of these graduates into the nursing profession. In addition, it indicates the completion of your nursing education and the beginning of lifelong learning. These 31 graduates have worked long and hard to reach their goal, as we are all fortunate to have you join us in their tremendous achievements. I recently heard someone say, I wish I knew the author, but the quote was, "Save one life and you're a hero. Save 100 lives and you're a nurse." You are now graduates of the flagship. We are so proud of you. I am now pleased to introduce to you Katie Hoyston, the Department Chair for Nursing.
Thank you very much, Marie. I'm honored to be here tonight to see the much-deserved culmination of your steadfast efforts over the last 2 years. I am profoundly proud of all of you, and I share in your excitement for the future. This class, in particular, is special to me, as it is the first graduating class that I began day one with. You were my first freshman class to teach, as I had previously taught only in the senior level. Having built a relationship with each of you from the very beginning, I am markedly grateful to be part of this evening's momentous event with all of you. We will commence tonight's ceremony with an invocation by Sister Juliana, our college chaplain.
Nurses, pinning is a joy-filled celebration. As recipients, you know the standards of being a nurse, have been recognized for your achievements, and have voiced your commitment to serve. My prayer of invocation centers on trust. When you initiated this journey at JCC, you knew there would be challenges, yet you trusted. Faculty, friends, and the whole village offered to help. You accepted and trusted. As you reached the home stretch, a never-before health crisis threatened completion. Administrators of our college and of your program set before you new plans, and you trusted. Tonight, you have earned our trust. May your pin and the proclamation of your pledge be for all of us assurance that you will continually grow in the knowledge and skills that will make you trustworthy. With God's abundant blessings, let us begin. Amen.
Please allow me to introduce the president of Jefferson Community College, Dr. Ty Stone.
Distinguished guests, faculty, family, friends, and students, welcome to Jefferson Community College's Nursing Pinning Ceremony. I am truly honored to celebrate this esteemed group of students as they leave Jefferson and begin their professional journeys in the selfless profession of caring for others. Hard work and dedication to their calling is what got them to this point, and it is what will keep them doing the great work they will do throughout their careers. Just thinking of 31 new nurses, many of whom will be working and serving this very community, makes me beam with pride over your accomplishments and Jefferson's ability to serve our community's healthcare needs. Graduates, up to now, you have spent countless hours poring over the endless assignments and lessons and rotating through a variety of clinicals that were created by our faculty, all carefully designed to ensure your future success as a nurse. I'm sure there were long days and sleepless nights, as well as lots of smiles, and yes, even a few tears. You sacrificed a lot to get to this point, but you persevered and made it through. We all applaud you and your commitment to finishing what you started. A virtual pinning ceremony is not what any of us imagined when you began your senior semester in January. This unprecedented time in our history has forced the college to recognize your achievements in a different way. More importantly, you will begin your professional careers in the midst of a global health crisis. You are without a doubt going to be challenged mentally and physically. You are now nurses who will provide care and comfort to others, often in their most difficult times of need, and to make a difference in the lives of others. Nursing is a career that requires not only skills and knowledge, but also equal parts compassion and strength. The last several weeks have only served to reinforce, to boldly underscore what most of us already knew, that nurses are vital and invaluable in the healthcare spectrum. Of course, this is not the end of your development into the extraordinary nurses you will become. There's much more work ahead, but you are well prepared with the skills and knowledge gleaned at Jefferson, combined with your own compassion and strength. Along with your families and friends that supported you to this point, please also remember that you have all of us here at Jefferson Community College cheering you on as well. We will always be a part of your extended family, and we are always here for you should you need us. Go on to do great things, nursing graduates. We salute you.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. I would now like to acknowledge our nursing faculty and nursing professional staff. Julie Soule, Kimberly Honeywell, Johanna Pierce, Cassandra Widrick Phillips, Mark Barrow, Jamie Gibson, Dr. Deborah Marcella, Jennifer Castle, Desiree Fuller, Tracy Schwendy Truax, Carol Langtree, Dr. Christine Weber, Shannon Phillips, Marla Clement, Lucy Merkley, Caitlin LaRock, Samantha Coulter, Denise Leith, Erin Finney, Jasmine Summers, Kristen Navarra, and Jennifer Medina. I would now like to introduce Dana Cowles, who will introduce the keynote speaker.
Good evening. My name is Dana Cowles, and I will be introducing our keynote speaker that our class has elected to speak on our behalf. To begin, I would just like to say I think we all can agree that this has been one of the toughest challenges we've had to experience in our lives. Not only have we completed our final semester of nursing school, but we did so in a way no other class has ever had to do before. With all of us wondering how and if we would still be graduating, we began to be filled with anxiety. Well, more anxiety than we already had. However, in the mess of it all, we had a hopeful and encouraging instructor to continuously support us and provide guidance in a time of desperate need. This extremely intelligent, selfless, and animal-loving woman ensured every single one of us remained right where we needed to be in order to stay on track to graduate. When we all felt overwhelmed with our new course load, she took hours out of her day to meet with us, via Zoom of course, answering any and all concerns that we had. But above all, she continued to instill the confidence that we all needed to be the nurses we are becoming today. Throughout our time here, some of us had the opportunity to work with her more closely in the clinical setting. However, I think we all can honestly say that we've had a moment with her that will stay with us for the rest of our nursing careers. Moving on to our next journey, we all will cherish your tough love, your encouragement to be the best nurses we can be, and most of all, your fierce passion for nursing and helping others. Thank you for everything. Now it's our turn to be the investigators. On behalf of the nursing class of 2020, please welcome Joanna Pierce.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and honored guests. First, I want to say how truly honored I am to have been asked by the nursing class of 2020 to be their keynote speaker tonight. And I share this honor with all of the dedicated and talented faculty and staff at JCC. For the family and friends of our graduates, I want to say a special thank you for supporting and encouraging them through these last 2 years. It has been a life-altering journey for you as well as for them. While I know this is not the pinning ceremony you expected when you entered nursing school 2 years ago, it does not change, diminish, or alter the fact that you have accomplished your goals of becoming a registered nurse. All of your hard work, dedication, and sacrifice is recognized and appreciated by all. Tonight, I want you to imagine we are all together as one collective entity. And when your name is called, we are all giving you a rousing round of applause and giving you the biggest hug of congratulations. In fact, this celebration should prove to you your hard work, dedication, and sacrifice over the last 2 years has prepared you to be flexible, adaptable, and capable of facing any challenge. You are nurses, you can do anything, and you are amazing. Nursing school is not for the faint of heart. Those of us who are here have fought hard. You've bounced back from life issues that could have pulled you down. You've pushed forward when you got a test grade you thought you couldn't come back from, and you have overcome. You've persevered despite any internal or external circumstances that stood against you, including a pandemic. And now you are here, standing tall and proud. This moment, regardless of its form, has been your primary goal for the last 2 years of your lives, and you made it. You are not faint of heart. I also want you to know that you have had a profound impact on all of us here at JCC. You have touched and enriched our lives just as much as we have yours. I cannot think of any better way to end this semester than to tell each of you how proud I am to have been a part of your nursing journey. I know it is not an easy journey because I've been there and I lived it. You have gone through an arduous academic and professional journey, one that can only be successfully navigated through hard work, diligence, and determination. The nursing curriculum is intense, complex, and demanding. Only those who have been through it can truly understand and appreciate it. Yet through thick and thin and throughout this joy and the challenges, you persevered. 2 years of hard work and sacrifice are at an end, and a new journey is beginning for you. Build on what you have already learned and accomplished. Nursing is a golden key to opportunities, locally and globally. Be flexible. Take advantage of all this great profession has to offer you. It's vast and ever evolving. Having said this, I'd like to give you a little history about the nurse pinning ceremony. The ceremony is a time-honored tradition in the nursing profession. It is a rite of passage that can be traced all the way back to the Crusades of the 12th century, when the Knights Hospitallers were honored with a Maltese pin for caring for soldiers injured in the war. It traces back to 1860, when Florence Nightingale was honored with the Red Cross pin in recognition for her tireless service to the injured during the Crimean War, and back to 1880, when a class of nurses at the Bellevue Hospital School of Nursing in New York were the first to be pinned upon entering the nursing profession. So now, class of 2020, it is your pinning ceremony and your time to join this most honored profession. This pinning ceremony is your rite of passage to symbolize the journey you have taken and to declare with you your readiness to enter the world of professional nursing, especially in a time when you are needed more than ever. Each time you wear the pin, remember the faculty, staff, and your colleagues at Jefferson Community College who were a part of your journey and your professional life story. This nursing pin reminds you that from now on, your purpose is threefold: to care, to advocate, and to lead. In other words, you are now a care provider and an advocate for your patients and a leader in any setting you might find yourself. Now, when you care for your patients, do so with diligence, professionalism, empathy, and humility. Attend to them with respect, compassion, and without being judgmental. Listen, and remember that many times you will need to listen more than you will need to talk. You will be surprised that you can learn from your patients as much as they learn from you if you truly listen. And what you learn from them may be the very knowledge you need to provide the best care for them and for others in similar situations. Remember, trust and honesty will nurture your relationship with your patients and their loved ones. It is a bond that will see them and yourself through times of joy and times of sorrow. Be wholly aware that you are entering a profession that has been ranked first among all professions for honesty and ethics for the past 16 years in a row. According to the Gallup poll, 82% of Americans rated nurses' honesty and ethical standards the highest. The next closest profession were pharmacists, but they were 20 points behind us. So, class of 2020, as you care for your patients, always remember that your patients and their loved ones are counting on you for integrity and honesty to care for them. I would like to conclude tonight by sharing an inspirational quote that has stuck with me and one I feel is completely appropriate to send you off into the world of nursing. Think deeply, speak gently, love much, laugh a lot, work hard, give freely, and above all else, be kind. Thank you so much, and congratulations and best of luck to each one of you. I'm so proud.
On behalf of the nursing department, I will now present several special awards. First, I will present the Dr. Deborah Marcella Excellence in Nursing Award. The Dr. Deborah R. Marcella Excellence in Nursing Award was established to recognize a graduating senior student who demonstrates dedication and passion for the profession of nursing. Dr. Deborah Rose Marcella was a graduate of the JCC Nursing Program, class of 1977. She returned to her alma mater as a member of the JCC nursing faculty in 1985 and was nursing department chair for 12 years. Under her leadership, this program has gained a reputation for maintaining high standards and preparing outstanding nurses for the community. Dr. Marcella was also named Professor Nursing Emeritus in recognition of her commendable service. She is the first member of the nursing department to be awarded this honor. This award is given to a graduate nurse who rises to the standards of excellence demonstrated by outstanding class and clinical preparation, compassionate and creative patient care, exceptional communication skills, support of student colleagues, and unfailing advocacy of patient and family. This year, we are pleased to award the Dr. Deborah Marcella Excellence in Nursing Award to NOLA Pominville. Next, I will present the Samaritan Medical Center Heart Award. The heart values at Samaritan Medical Center exemplify our commitment to creating a culture that values excellence in patient care and services. Samaritan's continued commitment to a theory-driven nursing practice is evidenced by our integration of Gene Watson's caring theory. The caring theory provides the nurse a compass to demonstrate the heart values. HEART stands for honesty, empathy, accountability, respect, and trust. The caring theory guides the nurse in fulfilling these values. The caring nurse is guided by the principles of Dr. Watson's theory, It establishes the caring and healing environment that drives patient-centered care. The student chosen by the faculty for this award clearly and consistently demonstrates the caring characteristics of the Heart values. That caring is more than providing physical care and fulfilling assigned tasks. That caring is an integral part of everything the nurse does, and that this is the intention of the nurse. That a caring and healing environment is the foundation of exceptional nursing care. And that listening to what the patient and/or the family desires, in addition to what they need, finds meaning in what she or he does. This recipient of the Samaritan Heart of Nursing Award for 2020 goes to Alexandra Crawford. I will now present the Dr. Walter S. Atkinson Star Award. A very wise person once made this remark: "My purpose in life is to make it possible for every living person to develop his or her own potentialities in the greatest measure, and to live creatively according to his or her own achievements." Dr. Walter Atkinson practiced that philosophy all of his life. He did all that he could to encourage everyone whose life he touched to do his or her very best, always. In the early days of the nursing school at the House of the Good Samaritan, he established the Star Award to reward that excellence of achievement. It carried a monetary value, but more importantly, it gave to the person who earned it a star to wear attached to the nursing pin, so that all the world would know that this person had developed, at this time, his or her potentialities to the highest level. When Jefferson Community College started its nursing program, Dr. John and Muriel Kennedy wanted to carry on that tradition in honor of Dr. Atkinson. At that time, Dr. Atkinson was still alive and attended several of those first JCC pinning ceremonies with the Kennedys. In the past, Dr. John and Muriel Kennedy continued the Star Award tradition started by Dr. Walter Atkinson. Both gentlemen practiced ophthalmology together in Watertown. I am very happy to continue this tradition by reading this speech written by Muriel Kennedy many years ago. Tonight, I present the Star Award in memory of Dr. Walter Atkinson and Dr. John and Muriel Kennedy to Bailey Bolton. Next, I will present the Mercy Hospital School of Nursing Alumni Award. The Mercy Hospital Alumni Award was established to honor a graduating senior who exemplifies the tradition of the Mercy Hospital School of Nursing. This tradition is based on the mission of Catherine McCauley, founder of the Sisters of Mercy, to care for the sick and the poor. The School of Nursing, which closed in 1970, embodied the values of the Sisters of Mercy of excellence, caring, and service to the sick. It is these values that we recognize tonight. This year's recipient of the Mercy Hospital School of Nursing Alumni Award is Brandy Crutchfield. For our last award, I will now present the Marion Brennan Personal Growth in Nursing Award. The Marion Brennan Personal Growth in Nursing Award was established in 2003 to recognize a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding growth in character, personal development, and skills while pursuing a nursing degree at Jefferson Community College. This award is given in honor of Marion Willie Moody Brennan, a 1973 graduate of Jefferson's nursing program. Mrs. Brennan earned her degree at the age of 53 after raising 9 children. As a registered nurse, Mrs. Brennan worked at Carthage Area Hospital until her retirement from the position of head nurse in the maternity department, where she also served as a Lamaze instructor. Mrs. Brennan believed that one should value each person's worth, treating everyone with respect and inspiring each to do their best. Education is all a person lacks to become the best they can be. Mrs. Brennan passed away on January 2nd, 2003. She would certainly be pleased to know that in her memory, a nurse's achievement will be recognized. The Jefferson Community College Nursing Department and the Jefferson Community College Foundation are grateful to the family of Marion Brennan for establishing this award in memory of this outstanding nurse. This year's recipient of the Marion Brennan Personal Growth in Nursing Award is Jonna Perry. Congratulations to our award recipients honored this evening. I would now like to introduce Jasmine Miller, who will present the class reflections.
Good evening to all of our family, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and my fellow nursing graduates. Thank you for having me. 640 days ago, August 27th, 2018, we sat in room 6002 for our first nursing lecture. I can only imagine what Kim and Katie saw on our faces. Some of us, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed with everything labeled and color-coded, others the face of pure stress and panic, and some of us regretting not adding the extra shot of espresso that morning. Week after week, we began to learn about the history of nursing, the nursing process, pathophysiology, body mechanics, and even heart palpitations. Remember the nutrition projects? I think our favorite part was always taste testing, but let's not forget about the inflatable cow costume Talon wore. Once clinical started, there was no turning back. I can bet any amount of money you could find a nursing student somewhere with a pair of scissors, a ruler, colored pencils and markers, care plans, and low printer ink trying to finish a clinical folder. That was just first semester. Second semester came and went, but not before we spent half of that time trying to feel the fundus, giving each other back massages, and meditating before lectures. Thanks, Cassandra. Our newfound love for smelling the flowers and blowing out the candles carried us through the rest of nursing school. We also accepted Nurse Sarah and her YouTube videos as our saving grace. Third semester. If there's anything a JCC nursing graduate remembers, it's third semester. Med-Surg 2, pharmacology, and psych really put us to the test. Psych had us making those long early morning drives to SLPC for clinicals, perfecting our acting skills, and of course, validating everything. Pharmacology was filled with us trying to remember the contraindications and side effects of meds we couldn't even pronounce, but when in doubt, the answer is always grapefruit juice. I can confidently say that Med-Surg 2 was not our favorite, and learning the ins and outs of the endocrine system will forever be traumatizing. Within those few months, we became closer than ever. We became family. There was no way you were making it through third semester without a shoulder to lean on. The roller coaster of emotions and self-doubt began to set in, and many of us were second-guessing our journey to the finish line. Many tears were shed, and mental breakdowns were part of everyday life. I remember sitting in class one day, and it hit me. We're gonna make it. We have to make it. There was no way we came this far to lose any more classmates. This was a family I wanted to walk across the stage with, every last one of them. The last lap of our journey came to an abrupt halt with the pandemic of COVID-19, which left all of us with millions of questions. Are we still graduating? How are we going to make up labs and clinicals? What about our pinning ceremony? Although we knew that all the precautions implemented were for the health and safety of everyone, we couldn't help but feel cheated and robbed of our journey. Moving forward with everything online and holding lectures and meetings on Zoom was just not the same. No class pictures, no senior send-off, no walking across the stage, no more potlucks and sushi dates, no more all-day study sessions at the library, no more exam review anxiety, no more Dunkin' and Tim Horton group orders, no more gloves and fried chicken. No more seeing the people you have come to love and depend on over the last 2 years. It's just not how we envisioned our finish line. Although we cannot physically be here to all light our candles and recite our pinning oath, no one can take away the memories we all have shared along the way. No one can say we are any less accomplished as nursing graduates. We started this program with a variety of backgrounds, experiences, knowledge, hair colors, and relationships, but the perseverance within us all is unmatched. In the history of nursing school, no one can ever say they made it through the way we did. In 1870, Florence Nightingale quoted, "It will take 150 years for the world to see the kind of nursing I envisioned, and I would not have envisioned crossing the finish line without each and every one of you." We are nurses. May 2020, JCC nursing graduates, congratulations, and never forget, Put on gloves before you sit them up. Thank you.
We will now begin the presentation of graduate nurse pins for the graduate nursing class of 2020. Tracy Schwendy Truex's clinical group. Dana Cowles, pinned by her mother, Amy Cowles. Brandy Crutchfield, pinned by her children. Marcos Cruz, pinned by his son, Antonio Cruz. Jessica Graham, pinned by her spouse, Adam Graham. Margaret Hallinan, pinned by her daughter, Catherine Hallinan. Jessica McGimsey, pinned by her spouse, Michael McGimsey. Nola Pominville. Sarah Severson, pinned by her classmate, Misha Daka. Cheyenne Youngs, pinned by her partner, Matthew Brown. Desiree Fuller's clinical group. Bailey Bolton, pinned by her mother, Teresa Bolton. Natalie Cole, pinned by her mother, Gail Carr. Alexandra Crawford, pinned by her instructor, Johanna Pierce. Paige DeRocher. Lauren Eddy, pinned by her mother, Amy Eddy. Maya Morja, pinned by her instructor, Johanna Pierce. Kayla Stockman, pinned by her mother, Virginia Sweet. Grace Walker, pinned by her spouse, Logan Walker. Johanna Pierce's clinical group. Amy Drake, pinned by her spouse, Colt Drake. Juana Hall, pinned by her instructor, Johanna Pierce. Todd Johnson, pinned by his spouse, Nicole Johnson. Jasmine Miller, pinned by her instructor, Johanna Pierce. Celeste Pabon, pinned by her instructor, Julie Soule. Clarissa Parsons, pinned by her son. Mackenzie Peabody, pinned by her sister, Hannah Peabody. Shannon Phillips clinical group. Misha Daka, pinned by her spouse, Frank Daka. Sabrina Honey, pinned by her spouse, Andrew Honey. Katrina Johnson, pinned by her friend, Christy Vance. Courtney Lilly, pinned by her father, Bill Sartwell. Hannah McManaman, pinned by her mother, Katie McManaman. Jonna Perry, pinned by her grandmother, Carolyn Loomis. Megan Wilson, pinned by her mother, Lorraine Wilson. I now present to you the graduate nurses of Jefferson's class of 2020. They have requested that Dr. Hess read the Candle of Unity pledge on behalf of their class. I ask that they follow along and recite the pledge at home.
Tonight, we unite as nurses with one common goal: to enhance physical and psychosocial health. We dedicate ourselves to walk beside others that experience all aspects of life, from birth to death. We promote wellness and show compassion in illness. We assist and respect others as they make choices about health care. We dedicate ourselves to promote the well-being of individuals, families, and communities. Realizing that this is a combined effort, we pledge cooperation with other healthcare professionals. Our goal is to give the best possible nursing care to all, in an effort to achieve optimum physical and psychosocial health.
Congratulations once again to our nursing graduates. Sister Juliana will conclude our ceremony with the benediction. Thank you and good evening.
Nurses, thank you for nurturing your desire to become a nurse. You have reached a milestone culminating in this most special ceremony. You trusted others to lead and to accompany you as you pursued this rigorous career path. You persevered. You have now earned our trust. Yearn to go deeper. Keep learning. Explore new dimensions in healthcare. As you care for each person with patience and compassion, you acknowledge the whole person. May the blessings of a loving God be always with you. Amen.